What's going on, everybody? We want to thank you for joining us here at the Roundup. We're going to be previewing the upcoming Boston Red Sox series and the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm Adam. As always, I'm Joe. Junior. Junior, are you ready?
Let's go!
Okay, Junior, here we are. This is August 6th, and we're about to enter a series with the Boston Red Sox, which is a 4-game series. We're playing tonight, Friday, and there's a doubleheader on Saturday, and then we wrap up this series on Sunday. But before we kind of get into that, we're just coming off the heels of playing the Cleveland Indians, soon to be the Guardians, picking up 3 out of 4 wins and a 3-win game streak right now, and we're 8-2 in the last 10. So do you want to talk a little bit about that series quickly before we just preview the Red Sox?
Yeah, I mean, I think we did exactly what we wanted to do, which was take 3 or 4. There's been a lot of shuffling going on in the wild card standings, so we're happy to pick up 3 out of the 4 wins. It would have been nice for the 4 of the 4, but it just goes to show you that once this team is at home, they're a completely different beast, and I think they're 5-1 right now since they came home. Can't complain too much about that.
Yeah, 6.5 games back right now in the AL East and 2.5 game back of the wild card. Stripling was great yesterday. Got his 5th win, giving the Jays also their 9th shutout of the season, which was awesome. And Bo Bichette drove in the 3 runs for the Jays, all 3 runs. Okay, Boston.
Nice, tidy, efficient game. Before we jump in Boston, quickly, though, we got 56 games left. 56 games left. Our focus right now, it's on the Yankees. We're 1 back of them. So we need a little bit of help from Seattle right now just to get us even. And then we're 2.5 back of Oakland, who's got that final wild card. Now, the good thing is you mentioned our last 10. We're still number 1 in the league in runs, home runs, slugging, OPS. We're number 2 in average, and we're number 3 in RBIs and hits. And we still have the 4th best run differential in baseball.
There we go. Well, yeah, hopefully we can pick up some wins against Boston now, and then we face LA Angels next week, which, aren't a great team, and hopefully we can get some wins against them and get a nice push here for the postseason, because that's what we want to be doing. We will be at tonight's game. If you guys are interested in seeing us, we're going to be outside doing some promo. So come find us outside of the Rogers Center. And yeah, we're looking forward to
running a little bit of a contest as well.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of contest. So if you can subscribe to the channel and then follow us on Instagram as well, we're going to find somebody who has done that when we are there, and we are going to get them something from the game. Okay, Junior, let's talk about the Red Sox series. This is a big one for us. Red Sox are doing very, very well, obviously, and we need to, push the envelope with them. They're 3-7, so hopefully we can in the last 10. So hopefully we can pick up some wins against them here. So break it down for us a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So Friday night tonight, 7:07 start. We've got Nate Eovaldi on the mound, 9-6 with a 3.71 ERA. In his last 7, he's 2-3 with a 3.61. He's given up 43 hits, 17 earned runs, 4 walks, 46 strikeouts. Now we faced him one time before.
Just once,
6 2/3, 3-hit shutout on his part, picking up that win. Now he lives with his fastball. His fastball is his main pitch. He's throwing that over 50% of the time, and that thing tops out at about 97 miles an hour. The lefties are going to get a mix of the curve and the cutter on top of that fastball, and then the righties are going to get the curve and the slider on top of the fastball. His out pitches are going to be that curve and the cutter, so the lefties and the righties got to be really, really cognizant of that. The 3 guys that are kind of hurting when it comes to Eovaldi is Dickerson. He's 0-11 against them. Grichuk 0-10, and Semien is 0-5. Thankfully, Semien's been hitting pretty well as of late. But again, they're going to have to look for that curve of the cutter, and they're going to have to react to the fastball. And then for Grichuk and Semien, that's going to be for the slider, react for the fastball. He's going to be a challenge. He's pitched us well, so until we figure him out, the rest of the lineup is hitting pretty well against him. But I would look for the power bats like Springer to jump on that fastball and make it as uncomfortable for Eovaldi as possible for the rest of the 9 innings.
Well, we certainly hope it'll be a win for us tonight, since we're going to be there. And then let's look into Saturday then.
Yeah.
Doubleheader. So the first doubleheader going at 3:07.
3:07. So first up, we got Pivetta. Pivetta is sneaky good on the road. His road splits are better than his home splits. but he's 8-5 with a 4.57. In his last 7, he's been 2-2, 497, 35 hits, 21 earned runs, 13 walks, 40 Ks, and he's given up 7 home runs. So he's on a bit of a little slide.
Yeah.
Now he is 1-1 against us with 2 no decisions, but he's given up 18 runs, including 6 home runs against us in those 4 starts. Again, another workhorse with that fastball, over 50% of the time, tops out at 94. Righties and lefties, he pitches everyone very, I would say, the same in terms of the pitch selection. He's going to mix in that slider and the curve. And then, his fastball is pretty accurate, so he's going to use that pitch to kind of extend the zone. So the Jays, again, they've got to jump on that fastball. The guys they're going to see this entire series, they're big fastball guys, except for Huck. So they're going to have to jump on him. Tio has got to be patient with Pivetta. He's only hitting .077 against him.
Okay.
In I think 11 bats, but he's going to have to be patient and work it to a fastball count and just take that fastball.
Okay, so you mentioned Huck. He's pitching the second part of that doubleheader, which goes at 7:07 on Saturday.
So we faced him once before. Now he's 0-2 with a 2.45 ERA. The last time we faced him, he had 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Kept this team completely off balance. He's got 3 pitches, though. He's got a slider, a fastball, and a sinker, and heavy doses of the slider and the fastball for lefties. Righties, you're going to get everything. Yeah. He uses that fastball to punch guys out, and then he gets that ground ball with the sinker. So for the Jays to be successful against Huck, they're going to have to elevate that sinker just to get some base hits. Bo, Vlad, and Dickerson have had some pretty good success against him. However, the rest of the team is pretty much 0-4. So
okay,
that's a tough one.
And then Sunday's game, wrapping up the series. Hopefully, we have a couple wins under our belt here.
For sure. That'll be Garrett Richards. So we've had him 5 times this year. He's 6-7 with a 5.21 ERA. In his last 7, he's gone on a bit of a dip. So he's 2-3, a 7.26 ERA, 43 hits, 25 earned runs, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts, and 11 home runs. So he's been getting roughed up as of late.
Yeah.
Again, this is a guy, jump on the fastball. This guy uses his fastball 55% of the time. And then the lefties will get a mix of the curve and then a little bit of the slider. And then righties are going to get the fastball, the curve, and the slider. He uses his changeup for the ground balls. So when you kind of recognize those pitches, he's usually trying to get it down in the zone to get that ground ball.
Yeah.
And then Gurriel is the only guy who seems to have some issues with him hitting a .187 and 11 at bats. But again, it's just a guy. You get that fastball, you work it, you react to the other pitches, and just try and power that fastball out of the yard.
So, if we can pull three games out of this series, that'd be great for us. Make some momentum in the AL East. Sure. Any other keys kind of, to this series matchup? Yeah,
I think the Friday night's game and then that game against Huck are probably the only danger zones. If we can take one of those 2, Pivetta and Richards, we hit really well, but we also have to keep in mind that we're a game back of the Yankees, 2.5 back of the wild card. We need to not drop too many games. We have to win series. Yeah. So again, all these guys except for Huck, if there's 3 guys that are all throwing fastballs like over 50% of the time, you got to jump on these guys.
Okay.
Don't let them get comfortable. And Springer's a great guy to set that table when he's hitting, first inning home runs off of fastballs, and he's going to really set the table for us, I think, at the end of the day.
Okay, awesome. You wanted to chat about Vlad for a minute? He's obviously continuing to play very well, and hitting homers and stuff like that. What do you want to say about Vlad?
He's got 17 hits, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a 9-game hit streak. Since they came home, the team's 5-1. But since this lineup shuffling that's been going on in terms of moving him up and moving him back and moving him up and moving him back, it's really started to hurt a bit of his production in terms of the home run and the power and the RBI numbers. The only person has been Bo Bichette, who's been on an absolute tear when it comes to RBI situations. Yeah. But Vladdy's not getting them anymore. So I think he's got to find something that works, and he's just got to stick to it. Montoya, he's been pretty good with kind of calling games this year, outside of a couple of shifts, but he's had them really strong on the base paths. This team has been stealing bases, which they normally haven't been. So that's kind of a breath of fresh air. But you got to look at this guy who was arguably, one or two in the MVP race before the All-Star break.
Definitely.
It's kind of hit a slide in terms of production since the All-Star break. Now, obviously, it's got to do a little bit with guys not wanting to pitch to him too much because they don't want to get,
lit up.
Exactly. So I think he's got to, get him into a position where he's going to have good protection in front of him and behind him. Have him hit like in that third spot, I think is pretty good. But maybe putting Bo ahead of him and then Teo behind him, they got to have some power behind him.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. They just got to find something that works, and they got to stick to it.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I just want to remind everybody again, we're going to be at the game tonight, so come find us. Look for us outside. We're going to be giving away some stuff, and then we're hoping to run a little contest there as well. So find us, and we'll tell you how to get in for that, so we can get you some swag. And yeah, it should be a great game. It's my first game. I know Junior's already been to a game, the home opener, so. We're going to be there tonight looking for some promo, hoping that you guys enjoy. We ask you to subscribe and like and comment below. We would really appreciate the support and growing our channel. We cover off all the Toronto sports previews, etc. And if there's something that you want to see from us, just let us know and we'll make sure that it happens. So for everybody here with the Roundup and Offside and Out of Bounds, I'm Adam, that's Junior, and we're going to see you real soon.